So, this quick lesson is about something that is definitely counterintuitive that you eventually find in your experience while out in the field. It shocks you to realize that this actually happens, that this is actually true, that this is the reality of what dating is like. There's a lot of guys in the community, more so on the newer side, who think that the really crabby girls, the girls that really play on you, the girls that are the absolute toughest to get, so to speak, are the best looking girls, right? The models, the supermodels, swimsuit model, blah blah blah, right? Girls who get paid for their looks, essentially, right? Or girls who could get paid for their looks. Maybe she looks like a model, but she's a doctor or a dentist or something, right? But a lot of guys come in with the fallacy that these girls are absolutely, they're untouchable. Um, and it's extremely hard to get anything going with any of them because they're bitchy and crabby and snappy, and they don't give you the time of day. It's funny because what you actually find out, and I think this is important to discuss because it affects how you learn, it affects who you approach, it affects what sets you take seriously and what sets you do not. What you'll find is that the best looking girls are actually the nicest. They're actually the sweetest. They're actually the kindest. They're actually the most fun to be around. They're not they're not the ones shooing you off as you would have expected to have happened, right? They're egging you on. They want you to stay as long as you're doing a decent job. The reason this is will shock you, but it's also the girls who don't look so great. Objectively speaking, I don't necessarily want to demean anybody, demean women, in especially, but the girls who are definitely far from being models, definitely far from walking around on a runway or showing themselves off. Those are the crabbiest girls. Those are the girls that will seek to get under your skin. Those are the girls that don't want to be bothered. They don't want to hear anything you have to say, right? They'll shoo you away, and it's very much of a it messes with your mind because you're like, wait, this is backwards, right? This is not supposed to happen. Well, it is supposed to happen. Here's why: the best looking girls are very intimidating to most guys. This means that even good guys who are actual solid options, good options, they scare them away all the time, all the time, right? The guy could be good looking, could be making tons of money, could be living in a penthouse in Manhattan, and he's scared to death to go up to the girl who's a model. Scared to death. So scared, he doesn't do it. So those guys get scared. Average guys completely piss themselves when even thinking of talking to a girl like that. So what happens? What ends up happening? What ends up happening is she has no one to talk to. She's not dating anyone. She's not seeing anyone. Guys are running away from her. She's too hot. She's too sexy. They're running in the opposite direction. They want her, but she's too hot, quote unquote, too hot. She's just a girl, right? She has flaws and weaknesses, and she does funny stuff, and right, just like anybody. But she's so intimidating, she scares guys away. Who does she date? It's much tougher to be an attractive girl or more attractive girl and date than it is to be a quote unquote less attractive girl and date. Much, much tougher. It's hard for them. It's hard. Meanwhile, the less attractive girl is the one getting hit up all the time because she's not intimidating. She's easy to talk to. Right? At the end of the night, it's not guys are not going up to the girl that looks like a model to see if they can get lucky. They're going to the girl who they have no fear. They have no anxiety about talking to. They're going to go up to that chick, the funny looking one, and try to make something happen. So what you'll find is that the most beautiful girls don't really get hit on. Not all. The least beautiful girls get hit on all the time. Constantly. This means it's actually somewhat easier. Right? Granted that you have your thinking cap or your mental space set in place, right? It's significantly easier to go up to these types of girls than the average girls, because the average girls guys run up to all day long, everywhere. And again, at the end, in the instance of a bar and club, again, nobody's going for the model at the end of the night. Everyone's going to the girl who looks funny to try to make something happen, right? To try to get lucky. So she has like 10 guys swarming her at the end of the night, trying to get laid. So who do you think is going to be more crabby and less open to your approach? But a lot of guys would not think that. They think that because a girl looks good, she's going to be crabby. It doesn't work that way. The reality is the opposite. And because the reality is the opposite, which you will find out through experience and field, I want you to vow to yourself that it doesn't matter how long it takes, it doesn't matter how much effort it takes, you will go for the girls you really want, right? Because you'll find there's less competition for them than there is for the other girls. Much less, in many instances. Make that promise to yourself that you will go up to these girls. Watch your life change. Watch your game change. Watch everything change. Try it. See it. See the truth of it. And enjoy it.